What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Hope y'all been good. It's your boy Juby the Tubi back after a week off. Appreciate you guys stopping in and showing some love. Listen, it's been a long week, guys. I haven't spoken to you guys. We had a little NBA All Star break. A lot of things happened, but I appreciate you guys coming in here tonight. Knicks getting ready for basketball on Friday against the Miami Heat. Derrick Rose makes his return, possibly. R.J. Barrett makes his return, possibly. Kemba Walker comes to an agreement with the Knicks to be out for the remainder of the season. Will they make a playoff push? Can they make a playoff push? Much, much more with my partner Zen Ray from Zen Ray Sports TV. He's been waiting, but I had some technical difficulties. Let's get him in here because I had some problems with my audio, but I think we're good to go.
Yep,
Zen
good,
Ray,
Joby.
my brother, how you doing?
I am doing well. Welcome. We have a nice little vacation here. I was just mentioning about Mitchell Robinson's dad. I don't know the latest report on his been missing for the last few days. Hope that doesn't affect his play. I just put some video up of Derrick Rose practicing and R.J. Barrett doing his things at practice. And I also put a little video out for the 2022 NBA Slam Dunk contest winner. I mean, if that can inject any confidence in him coming into the second unit, hopefully he won't get this 8-11 minutes. He'll get more minutes. But I welcome you, family above everything, and New York Straight Talk. Everybody out there, how are you guys doing?
Good, good, good. Salute to you guys at Zenray Sports TV. Man, it feels like we haven't been on in a very long time, and it's only been a week. We had a little break. It was a much needed break. We were kind of Nick exhausted after everything that's been going on. But prayers go out definitely to Mitchell Robinson and his family. Hopefully his father does turn up. But look, R.J. Barrett and Derrick Rose possibly could make a return. It was just released on Twitter a few minutes ago that Tom Thibodeau tweeted out that they had a practice today. They went through physical drills. They're going to be reevaluated tomorrow, and we shall see. It's a game time decision to see if either Derrick Rose, Kemba Walker is back. Another positive thing, ladies and gentlemen, Kemba Walker, thank you. We appreciate you. He and Knick management have decided to come to an agreement where he sits out for the remainder of the season. I'm not sure what the details of that is. I don't know if he gets to be with the team or if he has to stay away from the team. I don't mind having him on the bench as a mentor, but I'm excited because that clears up a lot of space for possibly, hopefully, McBride, Derrick Rose, and Emmanuel Quickly. What's your thoughts on that, Zenray?
Look, I have a feeling that Deuce McBride is going to be coming back from the G League because I know they sent him down. And I think that Derrick Rose may be starting, and you're going to see probably, combination of Quickly and McBride coming off as the second man. Or I hate to say this, a lot of Knicks Nation doesn't want Quickly to start because he's not really a true point guard. I don't think you're going to start McBride. So I see the Knicks probably bringing in Rose gingerly, 20 minutes probably that first game. Have him start off with the team, probably a few minutes. Then you bring in Quickly and then McBride, and then you kind of rotate that. So because you want to give 2 minutes to Derrick Rose, I expect Obi Toppin to get more minutes. This 8 to 11 minutes is not jiving, and I think Cam Reddish is unfortunately going to be in that second unit, but hopefully he'll get 20-25 minutes. And then I see a lineup of our shooting sensation Grimes and Rose, Barrett, Randall, and Mitchell Robinson. And that's the way I look at it. And then I see the youth movement coming in. I can also see Quickly starting and having Rose come off that bench and ignite that second unit because that's what he's good at. And that's what he's been succeeding with the team when he was in that second unit. So a lot of things up in the air. The only thing I know that there was a big hurrah meeting kind of thing with Tom Thibodeau, Leon Rose, Scott Perry, World Wide West, and even James Dolan, the owner of the Knicks, got involved. And it seems like World Wide West kind of set the pace and said, look, we're losing is because the coach, Tom Thibodeau, is not expanding the roster to let these rookies to play. He's really manning up only veterans to play in these games when we should find out what these kids are are made of, because you're losing games anyway, and you're going hard with veterans and you're losing. Obviously, decision making hasn't been that great, and I think Worldwide West made a point to not only the owner but to Leon Rose and Scott Perry. They all got together, and it seems like he said in a press conference or when they spoke to to Tom Thibodeau that there are going to be some changes coming up. So hopefully there'll be some rookie play.
Yeah, well said, man. Listen, I'm excited. It's been a long road this season. Some ups and some downs. Some positive stuff. We got excited a couple of times. Like I said, we started off the season anticipating that we're going to be in the 4th seed to the 6th seed, and things spiraled down. Whether it was communications throughout team management, players going back and forth with the media, with the fans. I say that's in the past. Let's move on from that. It's a new season, basically. Even though it's the second half, it's a brand new season where everybody can revamp their career. Now, the question is, has Tom Thibodeau learned from his mistakes of previous past this season? And is he going to be able to allow himself to change his ways and not overuse the veterans, give some of these young guys a break? Like we just mentioned, congratulations to Obi Toppin for winning one of the worst slam dunk contests I've seen in my career, in my life. But the fact of the matter is, he won. He made it look easy. So salute to him. He did an outstanding job. I thought his dunks that he chose, that he did, were very nice. Could there have been more flashy and more power thrown down into them?
Yeah, he had no competition.
He had no competition.
Yeah, John Morant was there. He'll win it on a landslide.
Yeah.
He'll be a far second. But look, we need more talent. It's not like the days when you have Drexler and Muggsy Bogues and even our Kenny Skywalker back then when the Knicks won their last slam dunk contest with
Crypto Nate.
Yeah. And listen, it should be fun back in those days. Michael Jordan was back there and back in those days. But look, the Knicks right now, hopefully that Tom Thibodeau is aware of his flaws, and not only his flaws, but the whole organization flaws. Because when you bring players here like Kemba Walker and Fournier, you expect these guys to produce, but defensively, they're not the same team. So I look for Fournier to come off the bench, give Grimes a start. Or look, I see that because if you come out with the same starting lineup, you have Fournier in there. Obviously, Kemba's not there no more. You have to make a change by igniting Fournier coming off the bench. I'm pretty sure they had a talk with him saying, look, you're not going to be starting. You're going to be coming off the 6th, 7th man off the bench with Rose and that second unit. If he does that, you know that he's making some changes. You only have like 22, 23 games left of the season. Let's see what these young kids have. And hopefully we can make a play-in for that playoff game and maybe get lucky and make an 8 seed.
Well, listen, he said before the All-Star break started, or right at the All-Star break, he said some changes are going to happen. I really hope that the changes are just not Kemba Walker. Like you said, I hope that the changes are that he's going to use the young kids a lot more. And I don't mean to give them 30 minutes a game, but you want to give them more minutes. You want to see what direction this team is, what identity this team has. And even if we don't make the play-in tournament, we want to have a good outlook on what's to come in the future. Maybe attract some young free agents or some free agents this upcoming summer season and off-season. This upcoming off-season. And, by playing the young kids, you attract other guys saying, listen, these guys are really balling. You see the respect that LeBron James has for R.J. Barrett and Cam Reddish. So that just comes to show you if LeBron James thinks like that, the rest of the NBA should think like that as well. And I think Obi Toppin is definitely going to get some minutes. I think he earned a little bit more minutes recently. And maybe hopefully, management said, listen, we got this number 8 pick who just won the slam dunk contest. We need to utilize him, whether we're going to have him here long term or we need to basically boost up his stock to possibly deal him this off season. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll see what happens. Now, the question I have for Nick Nation and for everybody at Zenray Sports TV, including my chat, do we honestly want the Knicks to make the play-in tournament, or do we want them to just completely go in rebuild mode, go into this draft, draft some talent and rebuild from the ground up. What's your take on that notion? What I just said.
Thibodeau is not going to go there and tank games or lose games. That tanking thing doesn't work. With the balls coming out, odds and stuff like that. I think the Knicks are going to play hard to the end. You're going to see what these young kids have, and even with a number one pick in the 20th, there's a lot of high schoolers coming out this year, next year. You're going to get a decent pick, and maybe this may be in the future. Tom Thibodeau. This is why Tom Thibodeau is probably won't be the right coach for this team because he's so hard heavy on having veterans playing. The Knicks' future is you're going to draft some high schoolers. That's going to take 2 or 3 years to develop, and these guys could become stars. That's the only chance the Knicks have in terms of bringing a star here. Because how are they going to get a star? How are they going to afford a star? How are they going to? Who wants to come to New York? And a lot of questions here. And where does World Wide West is involved in any kind of back dealings to bring a player here? We don't know that right now. So I think you play hard. You show other NBA players and players out there you're playing hard to win, and that's what's going to bring players here. If you start sneaking up to join tanking, I don't think Dolan wants that. I don't think the organization wants that. I don't think Nick Nation wants that. Who wants to be having a paper bag over their heads walking the streets of New York, especially almost today on a 70-degree day in New York City, having a bag over your head, being a Knicks fan. So I think they're going to play hard, and hopefully they make that play in and get lucky, maybe get to that 8-7 seed if they make a run with these young kids.
Listen, I couldn't have said it better myself. I just hope they do it with the young kids incorporated into their lineup. That's all I want. I don't want to see Alex Burke as my starting point guard or getting any really no point guard minutes heavy. If he needs to do 1 or 2, 3 minutes to give a guy a breather because somebody's having a bad game or because they're in foul trouble, then so be it. But to have him actually inserted at that position as a game plan, I don't want him. Tom Thibodeau was just asked right now, moments ago, if Derrick Rose is going to be starting for the Knicks, and he said, we'll see. I just think digging into the numbers is what's important. So obviously, like we just said, it's a strong possibility that Derrick Rose might start. And he might start, might not play 30, 40 minutes, which I hope Tom Thibodeau's learned from his mistake. Is not going to give him that. Just give him 20 minutes, start him, sit him, then bring him back in the third quarter, 2, 3 minutes, and then in the fourth quarter. So be it. But what I want to see is Emmanuel quickly at that position. I definitely would love to see Deuce McBride because your guy is torching that G League the last few weeks to the point that he got my vote for MVP of the G League right now if there was such a thing because the guy is just torching it down there. And I'm excited, man. Like I said, I missed. It was just a couple of days. It feels like a week. I've been on my phone looking for sources, trying to figure out what's going on, what's the game plan going to be, and they've been very, very secretive and very hush hush. Today's the first day that we got some Nick news in regards to Kemba Walker, so we'll see. We'll see, Nick Nation. Like I said, I'm excited. I know you are, Zenray.
Yeah, right now, if Tom Thibodeau goes in with an open mind, and that's all we want, an open mind. The Knicks play on Friday against the Heat. That's not a very easy task. They're 19-14 away from home, and they're 38-21 in the season. The Knicks are 25-34. They have a lot of catching up to do, and they're 13-17 at home. It's gonna be an ESPN game, 7:30 p.m. on, and you got Tyler Hero up there, like shooting 87%, 42
I
from the
wanted
field.
that guy so bad a couple of years ago, guys.
Yeah, well, he's developed. That's what I'm saying. You're patient in development. That's why I don't see Tom Thibodeau being a coach in the next couple of years because they're gonna bring so many young guys unless miracles happen and they bring these star players in here. And we don't want to start bringing overaged players in here.
No,
Let your Grimes develop. Let your McBrides develop. Let Cam Reddish develop. I mean, this is the questions. I want to see Cam in that second unit. And I can see quickly because he's an igniter in that second unit as well. Having quickly Obi and Cam, and then even throw in the center Sims out there. You let these young guys run out there. You're gonna see some exciting brand of basketball if they do that. If Thibodeau is hesitant and stuff like that, if you give confidence to these young kids, you never know what might happen. You might get a flash of greatness from this team and make that playoff, and that'll be a story within itself. Making the play in and getting to a certain level in the playoffs, that'll be a story within itself. Starting off slow, bringing the young kids to the second unit, and revamping this lineup and making a run into the playoffs. That'll be an exciting story for the Knicks nation, and I'm all for it.
Oh yeah, listen, we haven't had a Cinderella story since 1999 when we went in eighth place and made it to the finals. Things could have the ball would have dropped a little bit different if we had Patrick Ewing healthy and stuff like that. But it was a beautiful time. Nobody expected the eighth seed to beat the first seed. Nobody in their world expects the Knicks right now, except us Knicks fans. We still have hope and optimism. But as far as the media, sportscasters, reporters, they all written off the Knicks. So right now, in my opinion, this is when the Knicks can be the most dangerous. They have nothing to lose. They need to go back to that mindset that they had last season where nobody in their right mind thought they were good enough to compete. They thought that they were the laughing stock of the NBA. And I'm actually happy that, in a way, that teams can maybe, reporters and management can look at us again like that, because maybe we can surprise a couple of people and make that final push for that play-in and scare some people into that playoffs if we can get in there. We just got to sneak in, and we just got to play hard, man. Enough of this media stuff and, going back and forth with the fans. Like I said, let's move on from that. Let's go back to New York. We here. I want them to be here, and I know that surely Knick Nation does as well.
I agree. Listen, if they do the things that we're saying, we're expecting, I think these young kids are ready. Maybe, Deuce McBride doesn't know how to, do the picks yet, the setting up, but he's a natural-born player. He's an athlete. He'll learn that as he goes along the way, and that's what makes Thibodeau a little nervous if you don't know the rotating around, the moving picks and this, and the whole game thing. And that'll come with Deuce if you play him, and these young players, and Cam Reddish as well, because he's in another playbook as well. But look, I look at it this way, Juby. We have about 23 games. How many games do you think we need to win to get into the playoff spot? Anywhere from 8 to 10. We have 23 games. You think we have to win 15 out of last 23?
I think that's a good number to be hopeful for. I think we can maybe squeeze in with 13 out of 23, possibly, depending on what happens to the other teams. It all depends. I mean, we got a couple of injuries going on in the NBA right now. Chris Paul went down. I know he's in the West Coast, but it just comes to show you that health is key for a lot of teams. But we'll see. What I find funny is that Knicks media doesn't fail to amaze me. Georgie, what's his name? George Alexander from OKC tweeted out a picture of him practicing on a Knicks floor, and right away Knicks media went crazy and said he wants to come here. He wants to be in New York. He's coming here this off season. So I thought it's just funny how we're so creative at getting our knowledge. It's just crazy, guys.
Yeah, Alexander, I mean, he's in a good place.
Yeah.
He's in a good place right now. Why would he want to come to New York? I mean, not now at least. Maybe when his contract is up. Maybe it's a possibility. He's not going nowhere, man. They found themselves a star. We got stuck with Kevin Knox. It's okay.
What do you mean? We don't have Kevin Knox anymore. He's in Detroit.
I mean, when we picked, we got stuck with Kevin Knox.
Oh yeah. Well, listen. Like I said, listen. We can't live in the past. Let's forget about it. It is what it is. We wish Kevin Knox the best. I hope he gets the playing time he deserves in Atlanta, because he seemed like a great guy, man. I mean, he really did. I didn't know him personally. Just from his interviews, he's very humbled, very happy to be in the NBA. He didn't take everything for granted, along with Frank Nicolatina as well. Wish those kind of players you want around your team. Those are positive guys. Those are guys that you want to build a team with. So we'll see, man. Like I said, I'm excited. There's not too much that I can give you guys backstory on because, like I said, the Knicks organization has been very quiet. I will say, on behalf of myself, I wanted to just thank you guys here on YouTube. Unfortunately, Juby the Tubi will just be doing exclusively this podcast with Zenray Sports TV and amongst other things. But as far as gaming, unfortunately, I will not be allowed to be streaming on YouTube anymore as I am an official affiliate of Twitch. So one of the rules and regulations is that I have to be, to them and It's been a long journey, so I appreciate you guys, whoever did watch me on YouTube. I will still be dropping content. I will still be doing this podcast because I only do this exclusively here on YouTube with my partner Zen Ray. And you'll see some other upcoming stuff. I'm going to be doing some game reviews and other things. Look out for that stuff. But just wanted to say, very humbled, very appreciated for you guys. And I look forward to continue to work with Zen Ray, which is amazing co-host.
Thank you. I appreciate those comments. Congratulations to you. Well deserved. I followed Julie. I used to game, and what he does is amazing. If you need to learn anything, switch on to his information on Twitch. I'll see if I get that information and put it down below. He's an amazing person. He teaches you well. He not only teaches you, but he has fun doing it. It's not like a chore to do these things. And also him and his wife with Family Above Everything brands. You have to check these guys out. Terrific, humble family, and all goodness to them. And congratulations. You deserve the best and beyond. And I'm glad that Twitch made the right choice in picking Juby the Tubi family.
Juby the Tubi. Thank you. I appreciate it. But, back to the Knicks, man. Listen, we're excited. Knick Nation, stand up. Like I said, we had some ups and some downs together. We came on here crying, screaming, kicking. I know I did. I wanted to clean house, fire everybody. I'm at a clean state of mind right now. A well-deserved break. And I'm willing to give everybody, including Julius Randle, the man we once called the man who stirs the drink. I'm willing to give him a second chance to let him stir these drinks.
Well, you have to give him credit. Yeah. He's been playing the 6-7 games. He's been playing the way the old Julius Randle has been playing.
Most definitely.
I got a chance to watch that game 4. Julius Randle, he kind of played very tough and good in that game. The ball was just bouncing his way. The ball wasn't bouncing, for the Knicks, it wasn't bouncing well at all. And he was making rebounds. He was doing things. The ball was just not falling for him. He was grabbing rebounds. He was missing easy layups. He was like really in a frustrated mode. I'm going to go back to that. But look, if Julius Randle gets this right up here, he can be a good, not a superstar, but close to an all-star player the way he was last year.
Agreed. Listen, he won Most Improved Player for a reason. He was on all defensive team last year, second team for a reason. The Knicks gave him that contract for a reason. Knick Nation, Knick management will not throw out money at somebody just because they feel bad for them. They have to see something that we don't or that we do, and they do as well. So obviously they made their decision. They want to move forward with him. He wants to be here. I think he had some personal stuff in his life that we're not going to kind of touch up on. But everybody, goes through mental health at some point in their life. And I'm just glad like you said, Zenray, the last 5-6 games, he was back on track, playing hard, doing what he had to do. And I look forward. I'm so excited. It's my son's birthday party on Friday. And I'm going to be watching it from my mobile phone while I'm in the party. And, I can't wait. I really can't.
Yeah, happy upcoming birthday for your son, Jaden.
Appreciate it.
Aiden, I'm sorry. And so I guess we'll be doing the post-game show on Saturday because the game is on Friday. And due to Juby's son's birthday, he'll be entertained. So we'll do the post-game show on sometime Saturday morning and follow up with the Knicks against the Miami Heat at the Garden at 7:30. And from there on, Juby, I just want to grant you well wishes to you and all the success to you and your family.
Appreciate
Knick Nation, as you know, never give up, knowing that the best is yet to come. With love, peace, and gratitude. Zenray out. Guys, I have a new outro that I did, so stand by.
I love it. I was just going to say, Zenray, congratulations, man. My guy is getting, you see, the man who says that he was not tech savvy, that he needed help. I'm seeing his overlay right now. Big salute to him. I love that I see RJ Barrett, Mr. Broadway himself in his background. I applaud you, my friend. Keep up the good work. We're always learning, and we're always going forward.
That's right. So you're going to be hearing some little Frank Sinatra at the end. So stand by with that, Juby. I'll see you on Saturday.
Peace, my brother.
Go from there. Take care,
Absolutely.
Juby.
Take care, brother. You too, brother. Peace. Out. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Zen Ray with Zen Ray Sports TV. My guy becoming tech savvy, learning. If he can learn new things and become tech savvy, Tom Thibodeau can learn. And hopefully he can adapt to playing these youngsters. But appreciate you guys tonight. Thank you guys again for all the support you've been giving me all this time. For those of you guys checking out my videos, liking them, don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe. And don't forget to check me out on Twitch. The link is in my bio. If you're looking for some fun, some laughs, and just vibe out with somebody and check out some new content, you're always welcome here, because you don't have to be blood to be family. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and as always, family above everything. Good night, guys.
We are the New York Knicks. 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 Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. We're back on track, here we come. League is done in 21 and the Knicks are on a run. And I'll tell you with Tibbs, we a bit too much to handle. With Barrett, Bullock, Burks, and Randall, it's the Knicks and we're taking back our place. Everyone's gearing up with a mask on their face. The garden's going crazy and they're doing it for a reason. 21 is the Knickerbocker season. You better believe the Knicks got all that it takes. We're shooting 3-pointers and we're running fast breaks. And if your defense makes a mistake, then bam! Robbie dunks in your face. This is a team you don't wanna miss. We are New York. We are